This is very good. Paul is writing to Timothy, who he left in Ephesus to pastor the people there. And he's concerned about all the talk that's going on in the church and what can happen with all of us in any church. And he gives a short list here. He talks about, I beseech you to abide still at Ephesus when I went into Macedonia, that you might charge some that they teach no other doctrine. So this is, he's concerned about the teaching, that Timothy would not give heed to fables, endless genealogies which minister questions, rather than godly edifying, which is in faith. Notice the distinction between, on one hand, ministering questions rather than godly edifying. Like the human heart is able to be distracted from primary issue of godly edification or godly thinking, godly loving encouragement, faith. And he explains more. He says, the end of the commandment is love out of a pure heart. So we have the heart of a person and love, the end game or the purpose of teaching is love out of a pure heart, a good conscience, and faith without hypocrisy, from which some, having swerved, have turned aside unto vain jangling. All right. This is the chatter, right? Okay, so let's go back to the godly edification. There's three things there. Love out of a pure heart, a good conscience, to have a good conscience, and then faith without hypocrisy. Faith without hypocrisy. So our devotional today, 1 Timothy 1:5, is a memory verse, and that verse, just unpack it and think about it. The end of the commandment is charity, love out of a pure heart, a good conscience, and faith. I'm sure that verse could be said so many, illustrated and thought about. Love out of a pure heart, a good conscience. Imagine you have a good conscience, and then faith in God, faith in what God says, trust, faith in God, a good conscience, and then love out of a pure heart. That's what a healthy church is. That's what godliness is. That's what the devil doesn't like, and is what we want to walk in as much as possible. But there are many other stories, many other directions. There's many issues. There's many things from geopolitical, local politics, which is real life. In not denying that, there's the work we do, you do, I do, our families. There's sickness, and there's Guy Singletary passed the other night, one of our people who was in a coma and hospitalized for some years. We love him. He was a missionary in Azerbaijan, and amazing man. We love Guy Singletary. Okay, so we have wide spectrum of things to be focused on. And then Paul said, but make sure that you don't swerve or turn aside onto those things that can consume your energy, that can accuse you, attack you, put you down, rather than godly edifying, which is able to give you faith without hypocrisy, a good conscience, and charity out of a pure heart. Wow. Okay, that's it. Amen. God bless you.